And I feel like people who aren't in the social media world are still holding on to this old world, and it's going away fast. And before you know it, people are going to blink and go, we're just living in this world. Mm-hmm. And everything in this fake world is becoming more real. Mm-hmm. And that is why even something like NFTs sounds ridiculous, but it's going to become the new normal. And just a little quick thing on NFT, they stand for non-fungible tokens, where people are creating these digital art or digital passes or it's a digital item that is not tangible, non-fungible token that people are paying tons of money for to own, like a piece of art like the Mona Lisa. Mm-hmm. So like Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, or the creator of Twitter, he made his very first tweet from 2006 into a NFT. And people are bidding on owning the rights to that photo, and it's up to $2.5 million.
That's so crazy.
So people are making non-fungible tokens, and it's like, well, why would anyone pay that? Because in the future, we're moving more and more into our phones, and what you own digitally is going to be the new flex. Because I remember as a kid wanting a Maserati or a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, because that was the token.
Right.
That you wanted to show success.
Yeah.
We don't even go anywhere. Why would I waste money on that? But if I could have a non-fungible token that everyone's like, that's a Michael Jordan rookie card that you own. That's a first edition Charizard Pokemon card. It's all the same. You own the Mona Lisa. Wow, someone's sophisticated.
So is NFT more so like big picture for the VR world?
Yes, it's going to be from what I heard. I'm hearing pieces of it from like from Logan Paul, Gary Vaynerchuk, like people who are in the field. But essentially, Gary V was explaining it that back in the day, people would come over to your house and you would spend money on your house, not only to feel good, but to show off. Look at this couch. Look at this Rolex. Look at that painting. Oh my God, is that real? He had to have spent $2 million on that. It's a $2 million painting. Oh my God, he's got Muhammad Ali's boxing gloves in a case upstairs. Oh my God, status.
Yeah.
But we're going to start building digital worlds. So people are going to be able to put on your VR, come into your VR house, and they're going to see your non-fungible token hanging on the wall, that this new digital artist, and they're like, you're the one that has it?
Can you imagine what's going to happen when they start selling real estate in VR? Like 20 years, if you go into your VR world.
There's going to be people who develop it.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, we're doing that now. We're paying people to build us a website for people to go to.
Yeah.
If you and I were going to build the Freddie and Alyssa app, and we got rid of all the other apps, and if you want to come into our world, you download the Freddie and Alyssa app, we would pay someone $20,000 to build us an app, to upload videos, to have banners and colors and messages, and we're already paying people to build applications. But once we start living more in the world, we're going to be building virtual reality. And then here's my favorite part. So I keep hearing about these season passes. So for instance, they were saying like something like Gary was saying, Chipotle could come out with an NFT of the golden burrito. And for a limited time, you can go and buy a golden burrito NFT. Say it's $1,000, but there's a limit. So there's only 1,000 golden burrito NFTs, and only 1,000 people can buy them. The first 1,000 to pay $1,000 and has that golden burrito, when they go to Chipotle for the rest of their life and they have the golden burrito NFT, they get free Chipotle for life.
Because they just paid $1,000.
I know, but it's all about status. So okay, let me change it then to $10. $10.
Okay,
$10. You get free Chipotle for life.
Got it.
So they use that NFT. They have it's $10, but they get free Chipotle for life. Then all of a sudden they go, I no longer like Chipotle. They can sell that NFT, and someone might go, oh my God, one of the 1,000 people with the golden burrito is selling it, and then there's a bidding war.
It's no longer $10.
It gets sold for $10,000.
Interesting. Okay.
Now that's a crazy example, but for us, or even Gary Vaynerchuk, he's going to create NFTs that are going to give front row VIP access for life to any keynote speech that he does. So if you and I bid and win that for $5,000, we go front row to Gary V for the next 7 years. Then then we're like, you know what? We're kind of over this. We're not going to go to Gary anymore. And then we sell, because there's a limited amount, we sell that NFT to someone else who might buy that pass from us for $100,000. So the NFT is an investment. So when you and I start doing tours and we start going places in like 5 years to 8 years, like once we're big enough, we could sell a limited edition 50 NFTs, and any of the limited 50, whoever buys the 50 NFTs can come to any event we have anywhere in the country for free. And they pay, say, $100 or $1,000, whatever they'd be worth. But then say when we're 52 years old and we have, like, people are lining up to come see us, and the original 50 have those, that $100 NFT might be going for $500,000, and that person is going to be able to sell that and make money, and then they no longer have access, but that new person has access. And this is all done on the blockchain.
This is some Black Mirror stuff.
It's here.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's actually here. Like, we can go buy NFTs.
Well, yeah.
We can create NFTs.
I heard that NFTs are all run by the blockchain Bitcoin
Ethereum.
peeps. Ethereum.
I think it's through Ethereum. So yeah, I
Which
don't.
they can manipulate the whole market to make people think NFTs are important. Everyone invests, and they're like, just kidding. Is it good?
I mean, I think the whole entire Bitcoin, that's the point that's against it. It's the actual dollar is more manipulated, more able to be manipulated than the blockchain.
Could be.
Or Bitcoin in general, because we're just putting value on it.
It's true.
So, and it's just scarcity. That's the whole entire brand of Supreme was like that. Mm-hmm. Google Supreme if you don't know what Supreme is. Supreme it was sold for $1 billion, I think, and they built a brand that if you had something Supreme, it was a collector's item, because this Nike shirt, they made 1 billion of them.
Right.
There's nothing valuable about this. But with Supreme, they only made a limited edition.
Yep.
Like if we stopped selling the Freddie and Alyssa Show t-shirts and we said there's just 1 day left and we never sold them again, anyone who has our original Freddie and Alyssa t-shirt, it's a collector's item because no one else can have them. Our pivot principle book. Mm-hmm. Those people who have those, no one else will ever have that. And that could be worth something in the future if we keep growing. Which we will.
You know what's interesting about the NFT stuff? Because I remember seeing the very first NFTs made. It was all those really small little portraits of how many, they call them like zombies. Like say there's like 80 of them. They're all original. When you think back to why art is so valuable today from like a long, long time ago, it's because it was one of a kind. That's what NFT is trying to recreate, but in a digital world.
Yeah, everything's
one
being
of a
created
kind
digitally.
Paintings like Mona Lisa. Why is that so important and so valuable?
But people made that up, right?
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. It's no different, just different generations.
Like it's different if there was an actual like genie's lamp,
right?
That a genie came out and gave you wishes. That's obviously valuable.
Yeah.
But like a random painting, how did the Mona Lisa become the prime thing? Like why?
Well, I think as the years passed and passed and passed and passed, and you hear a lot of time when it comes to artists, whether it was based on books or paintings or even songs, they were found years later and made famous years later, like when they weren't even here.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if like our YouTube videos were found in 300 years and we were just the most famous in the world?
After we're dead?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. We're looking down going, we're so glad you guys are enjoying it.
We were patient.
But that happens to people. It really does, especially like creators, just in any aspect.
There's just a social, I don't know what it is with the hierarchy of human beings, but there is something about status, power that people, like that's why you're glued to the Kardashians. Well, I hate the Kardashians. Well,
but you're curious.
But people are glued to these high status symbols. And that's like, even if, like as soon as a celebrity wears something of yours, it instantly becomes cool. So if you can create a brand and we call it, the Fast brand, and Lil Wayne is wearing it, and it's like all over the pop. People are like, where'd he get this? Where'd he get this? And we're like, there's only 300 shirts. Those shirts would automatically, because if Lil Wayne has it, it must be cool. Or if Beyonce has it, or Kim Kardashian has it. There's something about status, celebrity, popularity. And Gary even brought up too, the blue check mark on Instagram is technically an NFT.
Of course it is.
In the sense that it is not real. Mm-hmm. It is not real, but holds so much value because there's a limited amount.
Yeah.
To get a blue check mark is a limited amount. The blue check mark on Insta, as silly as this sounds, is the equivalent of back in the day of having on like a suit or having a car or having a flat screen TV when they first came out, or driving a Lamborghini, or having a Rolex, or having like whatever the status symbol is. Having a blue check mark is a limited amount of people who have it, and you have to accomplish a certain amount of something in order for that blue check mark to count. So therefore there's a status, and then amongst the status of it, a blue check mark means something digitally. When people write you with the blue check mark, it is different than with not. And it's not judging, it's just what it is. So the digital NFT world is Gary explained it perfectly, where I finally understood, where I go, oh yeah, interesting. It means nothing, but yet means everything. It's not tangible. And then people say, well, can't you just take a picture and rip it off? It's like, yes, but you can take a picture and make a fake Mona Lisa, but it's not real.